Hey y'all, my name is Anne Wyatt. I started my career in workforce development with the state of Kentucky in 2010. That experience ignited a deep passion for manufacturing within me. I started this show hoping to raise more awareness around the bright outlook manufacturing careers have. Join me as I sit down with some of the manufacturing industry's most successful changemakers and learn how they're partnering people with technology. It's time to give people more meaningful work. This is Workforce 4.0. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Workforce 4.0. I'm your host, Anne Wyatt. I am so stoked to be joined by the junior board of directors today on this episode of Workforce 4.0. This is certainly a special episode today. It's really great to sit down with Peyton and Aiden, and you may know them and love them through Hank Priam, who is super active in the LinkedIn community, always advocating for manufacturing, always advocating for his girls, and this is going to be a great episode. But with that, I want to turn it over to Peyton and Aiden here today to give themselves a little bit more of an introduction for us.
Hi, I'm Peyton. I'm 11 years old, and it's just, I don't know.
Hi, I'm Aiden, and I'm 10 years old. I'm in grade 5, and yeah.
I love it. Are you girls, is this your first podcast, girls? Are you stoked? No? Okay.
They were on Manufacturing Hub at one point for about a 10-minute session.
I love that. You got to talk to Dave and Vlad. Yeah. What did you think about, those are two great guys. I love them very much.
They're really funny, too.
They are funny. Dave and Vlad's funniness is so underrated, I feel like, because they're hilarious. If you really talk to them and you're out and you meet them, they are funny. Oh, they are so funny. And they have the best dad jokes.
Second best.
Second best.
I don't know about that.
Well, let's get more into the conversation. I know you girls are really excited about Automate that's coming up in May. I can't wait to meet you. Peyton, I can't wait to meet you. Aiden, I can't wait to meet you.
Same here.
So we're stoked, and we'll touch a little bit more on that. But, you know, I got to know if we are hanging out, you know, just chilling, being girls, you know, like, and we're like, let's do karaoke. Do y'all do karaoke?
Sometimes. Well, I've done it with my siblings before.
Yeah. I love to do karaoke with my brother. He is so fun. But what songs do you girls like to sing for karaoke?
I like country songs. That's what I like, but I don't really have a go-to.
I don't know. You sing Watermelon Moonshine all the time.
That's a good one.
I would go with Peyton.
They sing around the house all the time. They're constantly singing and popping about.
I love singing around the house, and I am a great shower singer. I don't care what anybody says. I'm fantastic. But what are some of your favorite songs that you listen to country-wise? You said Watermelon Moonshine. What else?
I Got a Heart Like a Truck. I like that one.
Nice.
Usually, any song that Peyton sings, I learn to sing it.
I love that. Peyton, that's really cool of you as the bigger sister.
I introduce her to more songs to see if she likes them.
I love that. I love that. That's a very good big sister.
I've lost control of the radio when we're driving now.
Because I can sit in the front now, and so I can turn on the country.
Hank, it's gone. You're never going to come back, buddy.
Never.
That's too funny. I mean, it happens, but, you know, I can't say.
Too fast.
I feel like I'm never going to be able to sit in the front. I'm too light.
One day.
She gets the whole back of the truck to herself.
I mean, I don't hate that. Yeah, when I was your all's age, there was this boy band called the Backstreet Boys.
You've heard of them before.
That was very popular. You've heard of them. It's exciting. And I think I wore.
Aiden has a picture sitting beside Justin Bieber.
Nice.
It was a cardboard cutout, but it was Justin Bieber.
That counts. I wore my dad out with the Backstreet Boys. Girls, it happens. It's the way it goes. Sorry.
I don't mind country. I go to country concerts. So.
And he never takes me with him.
One day.
One day.
When I don't have so much school.
School's important. Do you girls like school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aiden's undecided.
No, not really.
I understand, but it is an important thing. School is. You just got to do it.
He doesn't like math.
Terrible at math. Phoenix is very good at math.
I'm so bad at math.
I was not very good at math.
I might be good at it, but I just don't like doing it.
That happens. Peyton, are you good at math?
It's more that I don't understand it than it's not that I'm not good at it. So kind of both. I'm not good at it and I don't understand it sometimes. Sometimes I'm just not paying attention enough.
I understand that. I get that. Well, moving on to a very big deal. You two are anticipated to be at Automate this year in May. Are you girls so excited? This is one of the best trade shows in the US. And I gotta know, like, are you excited? What are you looking forward to seeing the most? Are you looking forward to learning while you're there?
I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys and like seeing a lot of like robots, like cobots and stuff like that.
I'm excited to see you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet. There's gonna be a ton of people there. There's gonna be a ton of, like you're saying, Peyton robots and cobots there. I'll tell you, girls, some of my favorite things to see are definitely. I mean, FADIC always puts on a big show, so that's definitely a booth you want to check out. Universal Robots usually has a pretty good.
And also the dog robots. Daddy's seen one of those before.
Those dog robots. You know, I might have to get you hooked up on that dog robot. We might have to phone in a friend to our buddy. Yeah, and let you at least get to play with the dog robot. Are you girls? Have you girls seen Jake's robot? Have you seen his robot, his dog robot?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you've seen some of the videos where he has the dog robot pulling the sled down the street in the wagon.
Yeah. Well, we'll let him know that you girls need to play with the dog robot. Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll get that lined up for you. But it's going to be so exciting. I'm looking forward to meeting you girls. I think it's fantastic that you're going to be there, and it's going to be really cool for you girls, and it's going to be really fun to watch. You know, from like an adult perspective, what you girls think for the first time. It'll be like Christmas. I'm excited.
Yep, there's some pretty cool stuff there to see.
I know. You've told me that.
Yes.
He also took a lot of pictures and brought home a lot of stuff last year he went.
Yes, there's always, I feel like, stuff to look at. And there's a lot of interactive stuff that you can do too. I'll tell you, Light Guide is going to be there, and they do AR, like VR. It's quality. It's a quality solution, but it has lights. So they have this little table assembly set up, and it gives you like digital work instructions, like a projection. When you're at school, did they still use the projection, or do they have like a smart board or something? Okay, it looks so much like that, and then it just shows you with the lights like what part to pick next and what to do next, and then you get to like push like this virtual button like on a smart board. You know, the button's not actually there, but you push it and it like moves on to the next thing.
Okay, that's cool.
It is cool.
That is cool. That's cool. And I want your girls to stop by Pro Glove if they have a booth, because they have like this glove thing, and it has this RFID chip thing reader. And I swear I felt like Spider-Man. Like, so it has this scanner on this glove, and you point at barcodes and it like scans the barcode.
That's cool.
It was fun. I had a lot of fun. I know you girls are gonna have fun.
Probably not going to have enough time.
Yeah, you know, one of my favorite tricks is, you know, I like to make a list of things. So I bet you should probably have a whole list of things.
Page long list on both sides.
We're going to make a list, and then we'll go through the vendors and we'll figure out a roadmap, right?
We went to a thing in Toronto and like through 2 hours through it, our legs felt so numb after walking.
This is going to be a lot longer than that.
It's gonna be a big show, but it'll be so fun. It'll be so fun. So what do you girls, I see Hank's always posting photos of you know, you girls like welding and doing different things, and also there's a 3D printer, I hear. Tell me a little bit more about that 3D printer.
Well, how we do it is we connect it to like a little chip, and then we put it in, and then it just prints away.
Tinkercad.
Nice.
You can make your own design of like things to print out.
Yeah, never really printed anything off of that though.
No, because we have to put it into a different program.
Yeah.
So then from there, you put it into the Creality program, and what does that do? That converts it to
to
Do you remember?
No.
A file that what reads?
the printer read.
Yeah. And then we take that down to the printer, which is in the basement, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys know how to do that now. And then you print your stuff out.
I love that.
We have some things if you want to see them.
Yes.
You can go first, Aiden.
I printed out this.
Is that a no?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so good.
All one, and it's
A cat?
Go ahead, Dave. Hi, Phoenix.
Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, I've got to go. He heard you all talking about 3D printer. So now what did you make? Hold it up. And what did you make?
A gyro.
A what?
A gyro. Whatever it is. I don't know what a gyro is. I just saw it on the app.
Okay. Well, I love it. Thank you. All right, say bye.
bye.
Okay.
The Rocktopus.
That's fun. That's fun. And you found a program to do that?
Yes.
There's one more thing.
You're going to show the duck?
That's so cute. It's a
It has a
duck
little-
with a hat. It is like the Harry Potter hat.
What did you do?
I don't know.
There we go. Sorry. Something popped up. Aiden bumped the mouse and something popped up there.
Oh, you're all good.
So they have done some design. Aiden's done some design on the Tinkercad. So it's pretty easy. There's drag and drop symbols and patterns and stuff. And she's printed some of that off. So she's enjoyed that.
I love that. You girls have done a very good job
Thanks.
with your 3D stuff. What inspired you to get a 3D printer?
Well, we saw other people doing it, and we thought it would be really cool.
We
To
thought
get
it would be
one.
really fun.
Then, we wouldn't have to buy so many fidget toys too, because this just moves by itself too.
So Phoenix has just recently discovered fidget toys and making fidget toys, and we are big fans of
Yes.
making
the fidget toys. So definitely can relate
Do
there.
you want to tell her how you got the 3D printer?
Yes.
One time, as you heard, that we really wanted a 3D printer because we thought it would be fun and cool. So we looked on Marketplace, and Daddy found one, and we had Christmas money that we wanted to get a 3D printer with. So we got one. Well, we were going to, and somebody else wanted it, but then we ended up getting it. And then when we got there, he told them that we wanted the
3D printer with our
Christmas money, and then she said that we could just have it for free.
Aw, that's so sweet. I love that. I love that. I love that you girls were willing to sacrifice your Christmas money for a 3D printer, because you could have spent that on, I mean, when I was a teenager, I was like all buying clothes. I mean, just
That's
stuff
more
that I wish
me.
I hadn't spent money on, you know?
Yeah.
Let me tell
So-
you that the 3D printer is not a regret.
Exactly. I love that. And that's important. That was a good decision. That was a good financial decision.
Yes, I was pretty proud of them in that choice.
I'm proud of them too.
So we kind of have a deal with them. So the money they earn, so if they do a job and they earn some money, they have to put half of that in the bank, and the other half they can spend on what they would like or save it. But gift money, they can either buy something or save it up for something bigger, is what they do with their gift money. So that was gift money, so they could do what they want with that. And
I
when they
love
came
that.
to me and said, we would like to get a 3D printer, can we get it for the money we have? We ended up finding, like I said, we found it on Marketplace, and then the lady was like, I can't take their Christmas money, just have the printer, as long as they're going to use it.
That's awesome. I mean, that's like, thank God there's still good people in the world, you know? Like that. That's amazing.
For sure.
So what are you girls thinking long term? What do each of you want to be when you grow up?
I want to fly to remote places to underwater wells.
Okay, girl. Yes, you go, girl. You go, girl. That was Aiden. For everyone listening today. Yes. If you're tuning in and audio only, that was Aiden. She is ready to conquer the underwater world with welding, and I am here for it.
She is the one that if they're gone for the weekend and I have to do some welding and I do it, and she comes home and hears I did welding, I get in trouble from her because I didn't wait until she got home to weld with me.
I love that. And I think, that's really important because we do think about welding as being like first of all, definitely not female forward, right? And
Yeah.
secondly, as I think adults, a lot of times we back away from maybe exposing younger kids to welding. But Aiden, I just want you to remind everybody out there listening today how old you are.
I'm 10.
And she's probably a great welder already.
She is doing really well. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting how they got interested in it as they were listening to Megan.
Yeah.
And Megan was interviewing Barbie the welder.
Yes.
And so they were listening to that. And then after the show was done, they were like, Daddy, can we try welding? Sure. So we got the welder out and they both tried it. Peyton was a little more scared of the sparks, but Aiden was all over it. She loved it.
That's amazing.
The sparkulator. Yes, the sparkulator.
Well, that is definitely a great profession to get into and a well-paid profession at that.
Paid for one job.
Really?
Didn't tell them what you did.
Want to tell her what you did? I can see if I can find the picture quick.
So Daddy has this friend, and she has a friend that likes flamingos. So she has a horse friend. So her horse shoes, I welded it into flamingos.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Oh, that is really cool, Aiden. Look at you. You're so talented.
She did that pretty much all by herself.
Yeah.
Wow.
I helped her set up, get everything ready, and then she did all the welding.
Oh, and there's her welding jackets from Megan.
Very cool. Love that.
She
will love to see it.
I want to be an electrician when I grow up, for one, because I thought like it's really cool, and it's like, and also this guy's an electrician and he could teach me a lot about it.
He can. Yes, I bet he already has.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
kind of electricity do you want to like work on? Like what kind of do you want to do facility, commercial, consumer? What you thinking?
Industrial.
Yeah, industrial. I like it.
Yeah, we got some ins. We could probably get you into somewhere.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe I could work for Daddy's company.
It's really neat how the market is opening up more and more to women in trades and manufacturing. That's for sure.
I love it. I think that's amazing. And electricity, like being an electrician, Peyton, what do you think is the coolest part about that job? And then what do you think will be like the hardest part?
I think like it'll be really fun, and also
Making things run.
Yeah, making things run. And then I think the hardest part will be like maybe like traveling around like to different countries and cities and places like that, and getting to just to know what everything is and actually work with it and not hurt yourself with it.
That's true, because you do have to be careful. Safety is always an issue with electricity, especially industrial.
And we work on safety all the time here, don't we? Like if you guys are using power drills and stuff, what do you have to wear?
Eyeglasses and stuff like that.
Not eyeglasses,
Safety glasses.
Glasses.
And sometimes a hard hat, because we just want to.
So you've got all of your PPE. Are you girls pretty familiar with that term already?
We said that a few times before.
PPE? Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. They got all their own welding stuff. They got their own welding jackets and helmets and gloves. Great.
Yeah.
So you don't light yourself on fire?
Daddy lit his coat on fire before.
It happens. It happens.
Yep.
You're right. So that's exciting. It sounds like you two have really bright futures. What excites you two the most about the manufacturing industry?
Like, I don't know, it's just really cool in how things work, and like how people automate them, like get them to work, how things work and how people get them to work.
It's cool.
I've seen Daddy fix a few things before, and it's really cool.
I think cobots are really cool.
Cobots are cool.
Haven't you seen a few of them before?
I've seen cobots before, yes.
Actually, I have a couple of, I don't know if you can see them back there, but I've got a couple of URs. I've got poor Jake. Set him up here. There you go, Jakey. And then we've got my sticker board here. But I wanted to point that out to you girls because, I've got your sticker up on my sticker board. And that means a lot to me that you sent that to me and sent me this really nice letter as well. That was very sweet.
You still have that?
I cry every time I read it. And I'm serious. Like I cry every time I read it. So It means a lot to me. So thank you too. I'm not crying. I'm not going to do it. We got a show to do. But Yeah, it's your sticker's right there, right in the center. It's hard to see, and I'm usually with my chair in the background, right in the center. And I keep your note in my desk drawer. And I'm not crying. You're crying. We're not crying. So I appreciate you too for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. But I think, you girls really remind the rest of us that the future of work is bright. The future of work is innovative. The future of work is curious, and the future of work is determined. I mean, you two really, I get the sense, feel like you can do anything. And that's the most important thing for you girls to remember, that you can. And I'm not crying. You're crying. You're changing the subject.
Yes, they always want to help. They always want to try. Sometimes I push them beyond what they think they can do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
But they do well with it all. So even with me gone so much, they still do all right.
Well, I think they're doing great, Hank, and I'm proud of them. I know you are too.
Yeah, you are, right?
Yes, it's going to be a busy year for me this year. Last year was kind of an odd one for me because it wasn't a lot of travel last year. But this year we got a lot of travel stacking up. I got known trips right now. I got to go to Texas. I got to go to St. John's, Newfoundland. I got to go back to St. Louis.
Nice.
I have to Prince Rupert, British Columbia, and Kitimat, British Columbia. Now, if you look up Prince Rupert, British Columbia, it is actually 25 miles from the end of the Alaskan Panhandle.
Wow.
So it's.
When are you going there?
When?
In the summer?
It's supposed to be the summer, but it's kind of an interesting spot because it's right on the Pacific Ocean. So when you're in Prince Rupert, like I was there in November a few years back, and it's damp, but it's not really winter because it's right on the ocean. It's actually home to the third largest seaport in Canada is Prince Rupert. So, and because it's right on the ocean never freezes. So it's we're doing a system for a customer of ours to unload rail cars up there. So we've done a few for these guys already. So, and then I have a trip to, what else did I say? Labrador City, which is northern Newfoundland.
Okay.
So it's up, if you draw a line across from there, you're up around the end of James Bay, Hudson Bay, James Bay, that far north. I got to go into one of the territories, Canadian territories. Got to go to a city called Yellowknife. I'm hoping that one's the summer. I'm hoping both of those are the summer. Both of those get silly cold in the winter.
I don't want you to go.
Well, I heard it's hard to get into the territories. Like it's hard to.
There's only a few flights up there.
Yep.
So yeah. So you gotta work it out from that. And right now we're about 95% certain that we're actually going to go to Hanover Messing with Siemens.
Never told.
Yeah, Germany. The Germany trip.
I'm so jealous. Hanover is on my bucket list, girls. So I am super. You girls are gonna have the best time.
They are probably not coming. We're trying to make arrangements because I'm invited by. So Siemens is covering the expenses. Siemens is covering most of the trip. I got to cover a bunch of it. So I'm hoping to take my wife along with me. Gotcha. And then our adult children will take turns taking care of these two while we're gone. So they're both like, go, 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 get out of here, get lost.
Oh, I see. That's, well, I do, you still do have to look at floor restrictions too.
Yeah.
I take for granted that Automate lets younger
sort of.
Yeah, kids.
Sort of. I was telling Kathy Ryan about, because I had a chance to visit her a couple of weeks ago when I was in St. Louis.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So then I did a video call back. She actually happened to be home. Aiden happened to be home sick that day. So I did we did a video chat with Aiden while I was there. So that was kind of neat. But I told her that I was going to we were going to bring the girls probably on the last day. We'll just have to see if we can get them in. And Kathy's like, just give me a call. I'll come get them. She said, we'll bring a whole posse to come bring them in.
I love that. Kathy's awesome. She would be like, yeah, what are you going to do? Tell us all now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. I love that so much.
Yeah, so I said, the girls are like, how are we going to meet everybody? I said, I don't know. Maybe we'll just go to FlexLine and post that we're at FlexLine.
You do that.
1,600 people there.
Yeah, probably. Yes. You post there or post like the day before. Say, I'm going to be here tomorrow, next time to whatever time.
It's about a 2-hour drive for us to Detroit. So we're going to leave that morning, the morning of the last day. We'll try and get there when it opens up. and then we'll spend the day is the plan.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. Well, what do you two hope to see in the industry by the time you two are career ready?
I would like to see more women in trades.
Same here.
Love that answer. That's a solid answer. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. When I got in, I started in the trade in 1984, and you didn't see women anywhere near the trades at that point. Now I knew some women, like after I got licensed, that I went to and said, I can get you apprenticeship if you want to get in the trade. And they all backed out because they were like, no, that's not for women, was kind of the attitude then, and which was really sad because I know the ones I talked to would have done really, really well in the trade. So it's really nice to see, organizations like Jill of All Trades out there that are promoting it to, high school girls and other organizations like that really promote and trying to encourage women to get into the trades.
I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, I think women for a long time were just really intimidated, right? It's intimidating.
Yeah, and a lot of men that were out there were just jerks. Now I'll be straight up.
True.
They wouldn't have been supportive of it.
It's true. So when you girls are at Automates, how do we set up some sort of meetup? How do we do that? If anyone's out there listening today, I want to know personally. I think a few of our friends want to know. How do we schedule a meetup with you two?
I told them I was going to get an announcement made when we walked in. The junior board of directors are in the house.
That's nice.
We'll patch into their speaker system. What do you think?
I love that. Yes.
We had actually talked about this because it was on one of your questions. So we had figured what we would do when we get there is we would do a LinkedIn post and we would go to Flexline. Just go to Flexline Automation to start there and see who shows up.
I gotcha. Okay. So that's what you were saying. I thought you meant like in St. Louis. But that's what you're talking about. You're talking about
because if I understand Kathy right, they are going to have a booth.
Yes, they will.
Yes. So the plan was we would go. I think we would go there first and then see who we run into.
Megan will probably be one of the first ones to be there.
Probably.
She's probably gonna sprint there.
Probably. Megan's in excellent shape, so I don't doubt that.
And the girls have already said once everybody shows up, they're going to kick me out and they get to hang out with all of you, and I have to leave.
You said probably.
I so much love them. Who else? Courtney will be very excited to see you.
Yeah.
Nikki and Allie.
You.
Yeah, I will, of course, be very excited to see you.
Tim and Amber.
Oh, yeah, Tim and Amber.
Tim and Amber, man, I've adopted Tim and Amber as my parents in the industry. I'm like mom and dad. They're good. They're good people.
Yes. Who else? Dave and Vlad. You're hoping to see Dave and Vlad.
We have a sticker of his dog.
Dave and Vlad, I think, are going to be there.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be there. Chris Lukey.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Lukey. Yes, Chris Lukey will love to meet you too, I think.
Jake Hall.
Jake Hall, Jake Hall is going to. So Jake Hall has two little girls, and I don't think he kind of posts. He's very like, this is what I do, and this is what I post, and this is the content or whatever. But he is crazy about those two little girls, and I think he's going to be pretty crazy about you two too. So I bet you get the sweet side of Jake Hall, and most people don't get that.
There you go.
So that'll be exciting.
Yes.
We get the sweet side of most people.
I think so.
Except when you get into trouble.
Maybe.
Awesome.
Well, there you go.
Well, I think those are all great folks, and I think that they're going to be very welcoming. You have a lot to look forward to. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Awesome.
Yes, they squealed when I told them we were going to try. I was going to bring them to Automate this year.
I thought he was kidding. I thought he was joking for a second because we're not old enough yet
To go.
I think
we are. Are we?
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently the last day there's a lot of schools and stuff and families go through. When I was there, I saw a family go through and they had like 4 kids coming through.
They're probably one of the coolest organizations, like most supporting of really, it's like it's fine, bring your kids, that I've worked with personally, A3. So I don't think they're going to mind. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well,
We're gonna be
perfect.
super excited.
Well, I'm super excited. So Definitely looking forward to it. I know you girls are busy. You've got last minute Christmas plans. I'll probably drop this episode a little closer to automate because we want to make sure that we let everyone know that you're going to be there. Is there anything that I did not ask you that you wanted me to ask you about today?
No, not really.
Awesome. All right. Well, girls, appreciate.
I got something for them. What would you two, Aiden, put the coffee cup down. What would you two say to other girls your age
Yes.
that didn't understand automation or manufacturing? What would you tell them to think?
Listen to you.
It's pretty cool. What would you say, Aiden, to them? Your friends at school.
I don't know.
What do you do?
How about watch some YouTube videos about robotics
Yeah.
and that sort of thing?
Watch you.
Watch me? Oh, you got to show them the robots first, I think. But thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
What about you, Peyton?
Just maybe introduce them into more stuff. If you could show them more robots and what they look like and what they do.
The person that sits beside me at school, I showed them that I was on Google.
Yeah, we are on Google.
That. Well, I kind of am like, I love that, but then I'm kind of like, I don't know, but I think you two will be fine. I think that's good for you too.
You're on Google.
I'm on Google.
Yeah, most of the world is.
Most of the world's on Google.
Will Jordan Yates be at Automate?
Who?
Jordan Yates.
Probably. I would say Jordan would be there. I would say Jordan, Jacob Sanchez will be there. I mean, there will be a lot of people. Will Healy. Do you girls know Will Healy?
Mm-hmm.
Will Healy will love you too. He is a good dude. So everyone is. I'm like, oh yeah, so that's great. That's a great one, or what everyone is. They're all good people. So
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Girls will be in good hands. That's for sure.
Daddy said maybe that we might get dragged away from him, and we'll just stay with you guys for the day.
You can. Just saying.
We probably will.
Don't. I mean, we could go booth hopping. Courtney's a lot of fun to go booth hopping with. She's a lot of fun. Emily Wilkins is a lot of fun to go booth hopping with. Because Emily has an uncanny sense of detail. She notices things at a smaller level. We'll just be walking by and she'll notice something. I'm like, I didn't even see that.
Maybe you'll see the dinosaurs at Automate. Last time I was at Automate, there was dinosaurs walking around.
There were dinosaurs walking around.
Did you get to see him last year?
Did I see Hank? I think Hank we met.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we met at the booth there where they do all the recordings and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a whole crowd of us there that day. And then I went to the manufacturing happy hour event, after show event. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, perfect. Well, girls, I cannot wait to meet you both in person this year. It's going to be so much fun. To everyone listening today, we appreciate you. We are looking forward to seeing you all at Automate. So especially if you want to come meet these girls. And I know you do. So let's go. And,
can't wait to see them.
Can't wait to see them. That's right. And girls, thank you two so much for being on the show today. We appreciated having you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having.
All right. We'll see you too soon.